Hey guys, how you doing? Branden Hudson here with SBY MMA and Fitness, and wanted to do our second video, our workout video. We've been in partnership with the Peninsula Alternative Health for over 2 years now. It's been an awesome journey. Our visions and our alignments and the mental health, the physical health, the healing process all align really well with both cultures. We've gotten a lot from them as far as support, a lot from product, a lot of inquiries on our end. The cool thing about this is mixed martial artists, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioners, boxers, kickboxers, we're constantly injuring our bodies. We're constantly, putting a lot of wear and tear on our bodies. And a lot of the products with Peninsula Alternative Health has been extremely beneficial for our guys, which is, it's relatively new in our area as far as, combat sports practitioners to indulge in that kind of health, like the CBD and the balms and so forth, but it's been going on a long time out west, and where they've had time to really invest in the legality stances to be able to get the research they needed. So it's a great thing and a great partnership, and we're excited. So with that being said, today I want to walk you through another moderately simple workout. It's not the hardest of things, but it's also something that you can kind of gauge and push your own self and push your own pace, and then you build yourself up. So we're going to work today on basically more of a cardio type of workout and a routine. And this is really my strong suit and our forte, and we're going to gear it towards actual kickboxing. It's a great cardio. It's in my opinion, like a glitch in the system, a little cheat, if you ask me. Number one and number two places that most females tell me their problem areas are their triceps and their inner thighs. With some of the workouts that we do, these workouts tighten those areas up really quickly, really efficiently. Obviously it takes time and work, but to me it's more entertaining, and it's just, to me, I get more out of it than running on the treadmill or lifting weights. It's never been really my forte. I do it because I have to, but ultimately the exercises and the things that we do in combat sports are key. So initially we're going to warm the body up because we're going to get the whole body moving today. So we can do a handful of different warm-ups. But I've got just a few that I like to do to get started. First, we'll start with some good neck rolls. All right. People underestimate the ability of the neck, and they also underestimate how easy it is to pull something based upon the muscles surrounding the neck and the back. So what you're going to do is just nice and smoothly, nice and slowly, you're going to roll all the way down, around. Try to get as much of the movement that is possible in your neck and hit all areas. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm feeling pain in certain rotations. So I just don't do it. I don't continue to push through the pain. I work around the pain. If your body's hurting, if something's talking to you and telling you that this doesn't feel right, don't do it. Simple as that. It does not make sense to work through pain. Now, working through burning, the muscle burning, the fatigue, stretching something out, working something out, that's okay. But actually hurting yourself, for an example, like these neck rolls. If I'm feeling a spot right here where it's hurting, then I'm going to maybe lower the positioning on my neck and get through that roll and try to just get as much of the diameter as my head can move. So that's first. Another thing I like to do is I like to look straight down and just let my neck hang. The stretches, what's it's doing is stretching my upper back, okay? It's stretching my neck out, and it's just firing the muscles up. And then I look up, just let my neck hang. And then I'll go to the side. I'll try to do my ear to the shoulder. Try not to lift your other shoulder. Try to just let everything just relax and let your body just do you. Let your body release on its own. And again, you're going to want to do your neck rolls, you know, maybe 10, 15 rolls each side, or maybe time them for 30 seconds. You're going to put your head to one side, up and down, where you're just going to let it hold for about 10 to 30 seconds, you know what I mean? And just again, feel and do whatever movements that your body calls for, okay? Next, we're going to start going with the arm circles. We did this last time. This is a great workout. This will get your arms really fired up, the shoulders really fired up. You're just going to make small little circles, okay? My recommendation is to do 30 seconds forward. Try to keep your hands nice and flat, palm down, right? 30 seconds backwards. This is consistent. You're not taking a break. You're going to do 3 minutes for this. This is certainly a killer on the shoulders, certainly will wear you out. 30 seconds forward, small circles, letting those muscles and those shoulders kind of just fire up a little bit. 30 seconds the other way. We've already hit 2 minutes now. It should be, you should get a really intense burn. It should really be talking to you. All right, and then up for 30 seconds one way. And then 30 seconds the other way. Don't do the elbows. We're not partying or fist pumping. We're moving the shoulders, all right? And then shake that out once you're done your 3 minutes, excuse me. And get some really good expansion, okay? Try to go all the way back. Again, if it hurts, don't do it. You know, you can have 7 people in the room can have a rotator cuff injury, and 7 people in that room with that rotator cuff injury will have 7 different diagnoses, 7 different ways that they can move their shoulders, okay? Some people can do this, some people can do this, so whatever feels comfortable with your body, that's what you do. And just go up and down. Try to get some expansion of the chest muscles, of the lats. You know, just moving the body. Nothing too strenuous. You're just loosening up. Do a couple side bends over here. Get the hips starting to talk to you a little bit. All right. And now we're going to look to the lower half, okay? This is a yoga pose that I learned. I love this. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my go-tos. Really helps my lower back get loosened up. You know, with jiu-jitsu, my lower back can sometimes talk to me, and obviously all the kicks. So what you're going to do is you're going to have your feet about 2 fists apart. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see exactly what I'm doing. You want to slightly bend your knees, just taking pressure off your lower back. Keeping your legs straight, you're working your hamstrings more, but slightly bending your knees, you're really hitting that lower back, and you're limiting them, and you're minimizing the risk of pulling something on this exercise. And what you're going to do is you're going to hinge at your hip and just kind of roll at the hips, and just kind of just bend right over, and then just hang. Look, a lot of people make the mistake of lifting their head up when they do this. You're using muscles right now. Just hang. I like to grab my elbows because it kind of makes me a little bit more heavier. And I'm taking breaths each time. As I'm taking each breath, I'm just relaxing a little bit more. And you can kind of roll to one side. You'll feel different areas of your lower back and upper glutes and stuff like that really start to loosen up. And this one I would like to really hold for a while, just because I get so much out of this movement. And when you come up, I want you to come up one vertebrae at a time. You want to roll your back up, ending with your head. And maybe give me a couple little neck rolls in there, all right? And you can do that 2, maybe 3 times to really loosen up the lower back, loosen up the upper glutes, and just again, all we're doing is getting the body fired up. If you want to get a more intense stretch for the hamstrings, which you go back down, you do your stretch, and then you lock those legs out, all right? Just kind of feel that burning sensation. If it's too much for you, come up a little bit. Try to give yourself some leeway. If it's not enough, then you can lean forward on your toes and get a little bit more of an intense stretch right here. Again, letting your neck hang, not forcing anything, just letting your body just kind of start releasing and opening up to you. And then again, I like to come up each vertebrae at a time, nice and slowly, and moving, all right? Now we want to fire the hips up, okay? Now we're ready to get the hips moving. A couple of the moves I like to do, you know, I like to make a rotation, okay? What I'm doing is I'm going in and I'm going all the way out, all right? Just getting the adductors and the abductors working, getting them hips working, just getting my hip joint kind of moving in that socket, getting everything fired up. I'll do one side, I'll do the other. Again, just listen to your body. Be mindful of where your body's doing and what it's saying, how it feels. Just move it as you go. And that's all I'm doing, is I'm just warming up these joints, warming up these pockets. All right. Then what I like to do is, you can do this on a wall, you can just do this standing, but I like to just swing my legs up and down. Sometimes it's easier to go on the wall, so you just barely easy, real easy, just gently hold yourself up and just swing it. Try to keep your legs straight. Just get some swings going, about 15, 20 seconds. Go sideways. Again, this is all to the comfort level view. And then we'll get them calves activated. You can hold on to the wall if you want to, or you could just simply stand in place and just go up and down. You want to do that a little bit more faster than your other workouts, just so that those calves really get the burning. You don't really have a ledge to kind of let the calves stretch and go below the ledge. You're stopping at the floor, so you just want to kind of go up and down pretty fast and getting those calf muscles fired up. And then anything else, whatever your body feels, whatever you need to do, maybe pull on your ankle, stretch your quads out, maybe do some twists. There's really no wrong or right when warming your body up, but just getting that body a little bit fired up, not starting a movement like this cold, and kind of feeling really good, really good. And then basically we'll hit the normal workouts that we talked about last time. You know what I mean? You can do some squats, okay? Really keeping your heels down, looking up, arching your lower back, okay? You could do some lunges, stationary lunges, forward, backwards, sideways, whatever feels good, whatever floats your boat. Just getting the muscles moving again, okay? You could do some push-ups, or if maybe push-ups are a little too intense, you could do them on your knees like we talked about last time, or you could do them on the wall. The farther out, the more you'll get. Different hand placement will hit different muscles of your chest. And again, we're just warming the body up. So now once we're warmed and once we're ready to start the actual exercise, a little warning and little caution on the front. We're going to start off with shadow boxing, okay? Now, the number one thing that everybody has, the number one facial expression everybody has on their face when I ask them to shadow box. There's no teaching, go ahead, shadow box for 3 minutes. And the first thing, they look at me all crazy, and they're very embarrassed, and they don't know what to do, and that's okay, okay? If you knew what to do, I wouldn't be employed, okay? So we'll get to that point, all right? But when we're doing a home workout, or we're trying to just get our body fit, what I like about these exercises is, if you time them out correctly, where, say you do it right after work, or say you do it, a few hours before bed, what will happen is your heart rate will get up, your body will start moving, you'll really work yourself really well, hopefully to exhaustion, but maybe not. And then what will happen is, after we do a cool down sleep, you'll get some really, really good sleep that night, okay? And sleep is essential, all right? I wish I had got more sleep. I know a lot of you feel the same way, and I'm working very diligently this year to get more sleep. But yes, there's nothing like getting the blood flowing, getting the heart rate up, dropping the heart rate, getting it back up, dropping the heart rate, and just getting a really good sweat on, burning some calories, and getting yourself to a point where you're ready to go to sleep. So with this being said, we're going to start off with shadow boxing, okay? Now we'll do some do's and don'ts as far as your stance, okay? Real easy, real basic. If you're right-handed, if you're left-handed, that's the hand you're going to step back, or the leg you're going to step back with. I've got my feet about hip distance, shoulder distance apart. I'm just going to step straight back, okay? I'm going to turn just a little bit on the inside. My power hand, or my backhand, or my dominant hand, I'm going to bring here. All right, it's touching my ribs, it's by my face, I'm protecting myself, and my lead hand, I'm gonna go here, all right, real simple. I'm gonna slightly bend my knees, tuck my chin, and I'm just gonna raise my heels just so slightly and kind of shift back and forth. Now this is gonna be a very basic, simplistic stance that you're gonna get into, okay? You can do whatever stance you wanna do, and your stance can change. Mine's changed over the years in my MMA career. But this is where I wanna be. Now look at the benefits of this, guys. One, my toes, my heels are lifted. So that's activating my calves. Here's one of those little glitches in the matrix that I was talking to you about. Automatically, especially ladies that like to wear your dresses, automatically my calves are activated. And you can see my heels everywhere I move. My heels are off. Now, I'm not on my tippy toes, okay? That's great, but that's not gonna apply for this. I'm just on my heels, or I'm just on my toes, off my heels, and everywhere I move with my toes, the balls of my feet. The other thing, I'm bending my knees. So right now, I'm engaging those muscles in my legs, engaging those muscles in my quads, all right? So I've got my calves engaged, I've got my legs engaged, and I'm not even doing nothing. I'm just simply in my stance. Another beautiful part about this is my hands are up. I want my hands up, okay? I like them about temple to eye. For a fighting stance, all of this is beneficial for movement, for protection, and so on and so forth. But from a fitness standpoint, all right, my biceps are engaged, my shoulders are engaged, my traps are engaged, my rear delts are engaged, my lats are even engaged, and my chest is even engaged. I've got my hands up, okay? So again, this is a little glitch in the matrix, in my opinion. This is a way that you can kind of get muscular, get stronger, get more defined, get more tone without really having to hit the weights consistently all the time. Now again, you're gonna still need those things, and it's a blend of everything. But this is my way, and this is my little niche that I like to do, and it's been working really well for my ladies, my soccer moms and my grandmoms and my other competitors at the gym. So again, now we've gotten to our fight stance. We're up, okay? And what you want to do is you want to punch high. You want to go punch high with everything, okay? And we're going to start off with just a jab, all right? And look how I'm moving. I'm just moving around. I'm getting some swag to me, I tell my fighters, okay? You don't have to look like Roy Jones Jr. or you don't have to look like me. You just have to move, baby. You just got to get the body moving. So when my body's moving, you know, you do what feels right. Videotape it, look at it, feel it. Don't worry about what anybody else says. You're not supposed to know how to do this right away. You need practice, you need time in, you need technique. Once you get, you know, 6 months, a year, then you're talking about, we'll tweak some things to make you look like Roy Jones. But for now, just move the body, and then we're gonna start jabbing. Jabbing straight, jab straight. And you wanna time yourself, guys. You're just throwing some punches right straight out. You're turning your fist over. You're just punching, you're moving your head, maybe throwing some uppercuts, all right? Maybe some hooks, maybe stringing them together. And if you notice, every time I move, I'm stepping. Every time I move, I'm dipping. I'm getting everything engaged. So let's talk about the punches here. When I throw the punch, you can see my tricep, my little teeny tiny tricep engaged. It's flexing. When you flex your muscles, what you're doing is you're activating them. You're using them. Blood is getting rushed to them. You're able to kind of define them in a way. All right, they're getting stronger, they're getting harder. So with that being said, these triceps that seem to be so many people's problems areas, to really engage them, punch and hold. Let that thing hold. There's no wrong or right way to shadow box, people. But if you really start shadow boxing for, say, 3 minutes straight, you're really going to get a good burn. And you can do any intensity that you want. You can move, you can hit at speed, you can hit combos, you can work movement, you can do anything that you want, okay? Another great thing is you're activating your core. You're activating all these muscles that are all the way around, front and back, stomach, sides, and back. So this is, again, one of my favorite things to say. It's kind of like a cheat code where you have the ability to work muscles that you don't normally work, get your heart rate up, sweat, burn calories, and ultimately, get the health or the goals that you want done. So now we're going to talk about kicks, okay? So we implement our kicks in shadow boxing as kickboxers. And we got just a couple basic kicks we like to do. Again, there's no wrong, there's no right, you do you. Just make sure you're mindful of the way that your legs are positioned. First kick is a front kick. So we'll bring our knee up and kick and back out, okay? Some people might just be able to do this and leave it down. You'll get the control in your legs once you start moving. So we're kicking and back. Notice I'm extending my hips, all right? I'm not just snap kicking. That's a kick you can do, but that's not what I'm doing here. I'm not just snap kicking. I want to maximize my effort. So I'm gonna put my hips into it, okay? I'm not gonna lean way back to compromise my balance, but I'm just putting my hips into it. You can go front, you can go back, and notice my hands never drop, okay? Again, we're about 5 minutes in just tutorial. 5 minutes shadow boxing is a really good solid workout that you can do. And you can break this down in rounds. You know, I don't want to get it confused with, you know, some of your cardio kickboxing, some of your other stuff. That's a whole different animal in itself, okay? This is just a way for you to kind of warm up into your workout, do a full workout, get your heart rate going, mix up the workouts throughout the week. It's just another alternative. So again, you have your front kick. Then you have your roundhouse, okay? Your roundhouse comes, you're pivoting around. Think about the pivot around. That's your roundhouse. It's very important that when I throw this, the toes on the foot that is on the ground point back, okay? Don't keep your toes pointing forward. It puts stress and tension on the knee, and it's not a correct kick. Point it back, all right? And you have your side kick. And when we teach our side kicks, especially to the kids, we teach them to come from the back leg. It's very important that they learn the technique correctly. And we teach them to come all the way around and bring that knee high as you can, and then shoot it out, and then bring it back, and then twist around, okay? It may take some time to build up to that, all right? But the key part to that is making sure that lead leg, that pivot leg, is turned all the way around. You want your heel on that pivot leg to face the direction that you're kicking, okay? Again, if you don't fully get the technique, it's not correct, and also it can put tension on your knees and hips. So I'm here, and I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna kick it. And I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna kick it. Now, once you get proficient at that, you can just lift and kick. And you're really popping this leg, all right? You're lifting, you're pushing it out and popping. Your glutes are just screaming at you right now. Now, let's go back to our problem areas. The inner thigh is constantly getting worked when you're throwing these kicks, okay? It's a glitch in the matrix. I keep saying this over and over again. It's one of my favorite things, but when we're constantly working these muscles, you're constantly burning these calories, you're feeling good. I've got a little bit of a sweat going on right now just in this tutorial, okay? So now we string it all together, all right? We're here. Let's notice every time I throw a punch, I make this really cool noise, right? I don't make that noise because it's cool, because it really is. What I do is it reminds me to breathe. If I don't breathe on my strikes, if I'm throwing and I'm holding my breath, I'm gonna run out of breath really quick. And that's not what we wanna do. You're gonna be like, Coach, I can't do this, okay? Now, we're just breathing. And you can do whatever you want. You don't have to make a noise. If you can remind yourself to breathe on every strike, that's great. It's, again, a lot of combat sports, boxers, kickboxers, Muay Thai practitioners, karate experts. We breathe on our strikes, one, to get more power out, but also two, to remind ourselves to breathe and not burn our cardio up. So, moving, just throwing punches. Do whatever feels right for your body, okay? Do whatever feels good. So once you have done a good exercise with the cardio, you can blend anything you want in there. You can put some burpees in there. You can put some jumping jacks in there. You can maybe do a little movement drills. You can have your hands up, get your hips flexing. There's no limitations to what you can do, okay? You can do all of the above and getting your heart rate up, all right? Now, what we're gonna do now is we're going to do our cool down workouts, all right? Cool down exercises. And this is really important, especially doing cardio, to really cool down. Let your heart rate gradually drop instead of kind of hitting an abrupt stop and sit down. It's a lot better for you. It helps you recover better, and then it gives you that moment where you're really exhausted. It shortens that window so you can get back up and get moving again. Now, we're gonna glitch the matrix again, guys. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put our hand on the wall, okay? Now, I'm not gonna put my hand on the wall just so you can see me, so bear with my balance. But we're gonna put our hand on the wall to assist us. And we're gonna turn our toes back like when we were doing the roundhouse. So again, I'm in my roundhouse and I turn that pivot leg toes back when I complete my roundhouse. So we're gonna do that with the stationary leg. As I'm holding the wall, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my knee up, bend my leg, and I'm gonna slowly, super slow, push my leg out and lock up every single muscle I can. And give a nice little 2 to 5 second hold, and that's gonna simulate a kick to the knee. And then I'm gonna bring my leg back, and I'm gonna bring it up a little bit, and I'm gonna go to the body, and we're gonna go super slow. It's gonna be very painful, very hard, very uncomfortable. I'm pointing my toes. I've got all the muscles in my legs flexed right now, both of them. And that's gonna simulate a body shot. I'm not warmed up, so bear with my height. And then we're gonna go with the last one. We're gonna lift it all the way up. Right, this is gonna be the hard one. We're gonna extend it really slow. It's gonna be hard. We're pushing it. We're pushing ourselves. I'm bound. I don't have any balance. I'm locking it out. I'm holding it. I'm holding it and back down. And what you want to do is, you want to do 3 kicks, leg, body, head. Try to get it as high as you can. Okay, and really hold those muscles. Really flex the muscles in your leg, every single one that you have, okay? The key here is again, we're activating these muscles. This is gonna work good for your technique. This is a good killer. You're breathing. While you're breathing hard, your lungs are expanding, your heart's pumping, your heart is pumping blood. When your muscles are contracting, the muscles are getting filled with blood. This is all calorie burning. This is all good stuff for weight loss, all good stuff for stability, core work, stretching, and strength and everything. So that's one. The next one, you're gonna go to the side. You're gonna do your front kick. And I like to keep my hands up just like I was doing my own thing, my shadow boxing. And the same thing, I'm gonna bring it up and I'm gonna hold it out. And you don't have to worry about going high, medium, or low. Just as high as you can get it, and just stretching and really feeling the tenseness of the muscle. Back down and here. You're gonna go up and extend and hold it and try to go as slow as you can. And what I'd like for you to do to cool down or to add that in your workout, do 10 kicks, low, medium, high, that's 1. 10 kicks, or here, 1, 2, and try to do 2 to 3 sets of that, each leg. It will be a great cardio killer. It'll be a great cool down workout, and you'll really feel the benefits of the muscles that you didn't know worked start working. And then after you're done, another cool down stretching, okay? I know you guys have tutorials. I know you guys have outlets for your stretching. Stretch out all the muscles, really get your body, feeling good again. Kind of let the muscles expand. They've hardened up a little bit as they've been working and using, and we want to kind of loosen them up. Guys, I think this will be a great home workout for you. I think this will be a great way for you to feel good, for you to get the heart rate up, and for you to maybe get some rest as well. I thank everybody. Again, we're located over at Pure Fitness. I'm Branden Hudson. I own SBY, MMA, and Fitness. We have a combat sports division for all walks of life. Kids, there's no limitations on who's in there. Kids, adults, soccer moms, grandmoms, fighters, you name it, we're there. We're located at Pure Fitness, and we want to thank Peninsula Alternative Health for all of their continued support. Bye, guys.